The Red Raider spirit is in full effect this week as the Texas Tech campus celebrates Homecoming 2023. Coming up, we'll have a look at a campus tradition, a fun event, and a preview of the biggest day of the annual celebration.
The university has pulled out all the stops this year to celebrate Texas Tech's centennial. Find out how one group gave students the chance to learn about Tech's 100 years of existence while creating a special keepsake to commemorate the occasion.
And the Big 12 schedule is almost in the rearview mirror for one Red Raider team with hopes of going well past conference of competition. MCTV's Trinity Boudreaux will have a preview of Texas Tech athletics weekend schedule and an update on a huge showdown on the Big League Diamond for the Lone Star State in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Zoe Bobb.
And I'm Taylor Gass. It's homecoming week here on campus. Members of the Texas Tech community are showing off their Red Raider pride and getting fired up in anticipation of the annual homecoming game on Saturday.
Throughout the week, a series of annual traditions and events have been taking place to help get the entire university community into the homecoming spirit. This week's festivities kicked off on Monday with the annual Spirit Boards and Banners competition. Each year, student organizations put their creativity skills to the test as they paint spirit boards and decorate banners to be displayed in various locations. The majority of the spirit boards can be found just inside the Broadway entrance to campus, as well as in front of resident halls, and the spirit banners are hung throughout the sub. All of the boards and banners are based on this year's homecoming theme, A Century of Tradition. Many of the creations feature artistic renderings of familiar Texas Tech traditions such as Raider Red and the Masked Rider to annual events like the Carol of Lights and Arbor Day. Each of the spirit boards and banners are also in competition with the winners to be announced during Friday night's homecoming prep rally.
Each fall, the Student Activities Board organizes a combination of traditional events and fun activities to celebrate homecoming, and this year is no exception. On Tuesday, SAB hosted a make-your-own photo mug event in the sub-courtyard. Students had the chance to create a personalized keepsake by taking a picture that was inserted into a centennial-themed graphic. The image was printed and pressed onto a coffee mug to create a one-of-a-kind memento to commemorate Homecoming 2023. This week's MYO photo mug event was not the first time SAB has given students the chance to create personalized drinkware. Nightlife coordinator Kristen Reagan says that the group tries to rotate through different activities to give students new options each semester.
We just kind of look back on years of how long things have been since we've done that event, so we're kind of we change it every so often, but we figured this one was such a long time ago that they've done it, that we just bring it back since it is centennial year and it is the homecoming. So.
Tuesday's Make Your Own Coffee Mug event ran from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with hundreds of students taking part in the fun and free activity. SAB also hosted the annual Sew Sing competition last night in the United Supermarkets Arena, and a new event, Raider Ringing Cowbells, earlier today at the Red Raider Plaza Gazebo outside the sub.
Homecoming's 2023's busy calendar of events is nearing an end, but some of the biggest traditions of the year are still yet to come. Later today, the annual Texan Memorial will take place in Memorial Circle. The Texan Memorial is a special ceremony that honors the memory of students, faculty, staff, and alumni who have passed over the last year. Each name of the deceased will be read aloud during the event. The ceremony starts at 5:30 p.m. Then tomorrow, the final build-up to Saturday's homecoming game kicks into high gear with some of the biggest traditions of the week. First up, the Rowdy Raider Rally is scheduled for noon in Red Raider Plaza. During the rally, this year's homecoming court will be revealed as the top 5 King and Queen candidates are announced. It will also be the last time students can grab a free homecoming shirt. And tomorrow night, the Red Raider spirit will be on full display with the annual homecoming parade. Student organizations will showcase weeks of work as they ride on floats while Raider Red, the Masked Rider, and the Going Band from Raiderland lead the parade across campus. The parade starts at the Seal, continues down Broadway, then turns down Akron Avenue past the sub. Once the parade wraps up, the celebration continues with this year's prep rally and bonfire in Urbanowski Park. Tech Spirit Squad will lead the crowd in cheers, and the going band will play their greatest hits while a fire burns in the bonfire on the southwest side of the park. All of tonight and tomorrow's Homecoming Week events are free and open to the public. Many of this week's homecoming events have taken place outdoors, and so far weather conditions have not caused any changes to the schedule.
Warm temperatures and sunshine have made it feel a lot like spring here on campus this week, but will those conditions continue into the weekend? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. Bright and sunny skies are clearly visible on the MCTV tower cam this afternoon, but you can also see the trees moving as breezy conditions continue today. Temperatures are currently sitting in the low 80s, but before sunset, highs will climb near 90 degrees, creating another very warm start to the evening. The warm temperatures won't stick around long, as temperatures will start to drop after sunset. Tonight's low is forecast around the 50-degree mark, and that's just the beginning as a cold front moves into our area. Tomorrow, students heading to morning classes will want to grab a jacket, as temperatures will remain at or below 60 degrees until around noon. Even after that, highs are only expected to reach the low 70s, and breezy winds will make it feel even cooler throughout the day. Heading into Friday night, temperatures will once again drop, with lows falling into the 40s in the Lubbock area. But some northern areas of the South Plains could potentially see the first freeze of the fall season before sunrise on Saturday. Chilly conditions will continue on Saturday morning, with highs once again staying at or below 60 degrees until around noon. After that, highs will climb into the low 70s, but temperatures will fall quickly after sunset, and that could lead to a chilly homecoming showdown at the Jones. Sunday will start off with another round of 40-degree temperatures, but highs will again reach around 70 degrees by the afternoon. Luckily, plenty of sunshine is expected throughout the weekend. Looking ahead, the latest cold front appears to be coming to an end at the beginning of the week, but another drop in temperatures and the potential for rain returns to the forecast before the weekend.
The midpoint of the fall semester is officially here. Some students may be fully focused on midterm projects and exams, but others may also be thinking about future opportunities beyond the end of the semester. With that in mind, the University Career Center hosted the fall edition of the nonprofit job fair yesterday in the sub courtyard. The biannual event featured representatives from more than 20 different groups and organizations who stopped by campus to meet with Red Raiders. Students could learn about various options such as internships, practicum experiences, and even full-time employment. The nonprofit job fair is a collaboration between the UCC and Lubbock's Volunteer Center, but yesterday's fair also featured options from outside of the hub city.
Over the years, it's become, I guess, a little more popular or well-known to where other areas will find out about it and say, hey, can we come to it? And we talk to the Volunteer Center and we're like, yes, if it'll help get students jobs, let's have you out.
Wednesday's fair finished up at 2 p.m. and the next nonprofit job fair is scheduled for the spring. But if you didn't make it out yesterday and are interested in opportunities before December, the University Career Center is here to help. For more information on all the resources available through the UCC, including the opportunity to meet with a career counselor, visit careercenter.ttu.edu.
As we mentioned earlier, the Student Activities Board has been staying busy all this week coordinating Homecoming 2023. But on top of a packed schedule, SAB took time to offer students another fun and free activity before Homecoming Week kicked into full swing. A make-your-own license plate event took place at the Texas Tech Museum on Monday night. SAB brought in the company that made the photo mugs given out on Tuesday's event to create personalized license plates for students. Unlike the photo mugs, students didn't need to have their picture taken, but they still had the option to choose a centennial theme for their keepsake. From there, attendees could also add a name or words to make the license plate their own. SAB also invited students to tour the museum during Monday night's events, giving everyone who stopped by the chance to see the centennial exhibit before it goes off display later this year.
We just wanted to open up the museum to the community, make sure people, came in for our first day of homecoming, and so they can see like how we've been for the past 100 years at Tech and celebrate us as a school.
Monday's MYO license plate and Centennial Night, the museum event, were the only two options this week not listed on the official homecoming schedule. But SAB offers a full calendar of events on their website that includes all the fun and free options for students between now and the end of the fall. To check out this semester's list of events, visit sab.ttu.edu and click on the Fall 2023 Activity Calendar link near the bottom of the page.
Speaking of the fall, some of Texas Tech Athletics' fall sports are closing in on the end of their conference schedules, with one team already planning to celebrate graduating athletes this weekend.
But even with the regular schedule wrapping up soon, each team has hopes to extend play into the postseason. MCTV's Trinity Boudreaux joins us in studio with a look at the next matchup for each of those Red Raider teams and sports. Trinity?
Thank you, Taylor and Zoe. Texas Tech Athletics has some interesting matchups this weekend, with 2 soccer matches, 2 volleyball matches, and a traditional football game at the Jones. Also, the Texas Rangers are heading to the ALCS with the help of a Texas Tech alumnus. Let's start with Texas Tech soccer. The Texas Tech Red Raider soccer team is continuing to make history by slowly climbing the rankings. The team went from number 7 to number 6, tying the all-time highest ranking in program history after winning against TCU 1-0. Keeping their undefeated record of now 12-0-3 overall and 6-0-1 in conference alive. The Red Raiders will be heading to Orange County, Florida to take on conference newcomer University of Central Florida Knights tonight at 5 p.m. The Knights are currently 8-5 overall and 4-3 in conference. The team will also host their final regular season home game against the Oklahoma State for Senior Day at the John Walker Soccer Complex Sunday at 1 p.m. Texas Tech Volleyball will be heading to Provo, Utah to go up against the BYU Cougars this weekend. The Red Raiders are hungry for a win, coming off of a 5-game losing streak after falling to Iowa State on the road in UCF here in the United Supermarkets Arena. The Scarlet and Black are currently standing at 8-10 overall and 1-5 in conference heading into Utah, with their only win against Kansas. The Cougars and Red Raiders will have 2 matchups this weekend, one on Friday at 8 p.m. and one Saturday also at 8 p.m. at the Smith Fieldhouse in Provo, Utah. Texas Tech football is back in Lubbock this Saturday at the Jones as they host the defending Big 12 champion Kansas State Wildcats for homecoming. The Red Raiders are coming off of their second Big 12 win after beating the Baylor Bears in Waco last Saturday 39-14 with the help of quarterback Baron Morton. Morton threw a total of 180 yards for 3 touchdowns and ran for a score, completing 19 out of 26 passes. Taj Brooks did some damage, running 31 times for 170 yards and scoring in the 4th quarter. Saturday was his 4th consecutive 100-yard rushing game. The Red Raiders are hoping to get another win in the Big 12. Kansas State currently holds a 7-game winning streak over Texas Tech. This weekend, Texas Tech is hosting the annual homecoming football game, and fans are encouraged to wear black to black out the Jones for this sold-out matchup. Texas Tech football is sitting at 3-3 overall and 2-1 in Big 12 play. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. this Saturday here in Lubbock at Jones AT&T Stadium. Finally, the Texas Rangers are headed to the ALCS after sweeping the Baltimore Orioles in 3 games in the division series with the help of a fellow Texas Tech Red Raider, Josh Jung. Tuesday night, the Rangers got the final win, 7-1, to secure their spot in the ALCS. Jung scored a run in the 2nd inning after his late season return after his thumb surgery. The Texas Rangers will be back in action this Sunday going against the Astros, who finished out their series with the Twins last night. That's all for Texas Tech Sports. Now back to Zoe and Taylor.
Thanks, Trinity. So, Taylor, are you planning on going to the weekend's homecoming game?
I haven't decided yet, but I'm sure whether I'm there or not, it will be an amazing game.
That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.